Finally, Anang has come back to do a movie review of the long, and it is the long-awaited review. Not really. Not that many people will really care about my thoughts on this movie. But yeah, it's Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Was previously supposed to be 2020, but a lot of things happened in 2020. And most of those things that happened in 2020 caused the film to be delayed multiple times. But now we finally got it 2 months ago. Almost 2 months ago. By the time I'm recording this, it's 2:27 a.m., March 10, 2021. And if you're wondering why I'm up this late, it is because I am still waiting for a video that I previously recorded, which was also a Godzilla vs. Kong review. But it is 17% uploaded so far, and I recorded it like 3 hours ago. And just been keeping my computer on. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. I've uploaded a video before only to have it, and I've waited for it to upload before only to have it like stop uploading, I guess. And that was only I was only waiting for it on my phone, just kind of leaving my phone there and just letting it sit and upload. So I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as I possibly can. And this is going to be a non-spoiler review, by the way. I'm thinking about making a spoiler review later on, but I kind of want to do it with like someone else or anybody that's willing to collaborate with me. But yeah, right now it's going to be non-spoiler. I would make a spoiler review by myself, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna go too well. And like I said, I want to try to keep this video as short as I possibly can. So, Godzilla vs. Kong happened, and I actually saw this movie in theaters with my friends multiple times. See, here's the ticket. H9, F9. That's another movie I'm gonna be seeing later this year. F8, Fate. You should all check out that album, by the way. F8, Fate, by Five Finger Death Punch, actually released last year. But anyway, speaking of punches, this film, that packs a hella punch. Oh my gosh. I remember the first time I saw this, I have never been so hyped for anything in all my life. Just trying to reserve seats for this movie alone was exhausting. Was actually kind of stressful. The tickets that I just showed you, they're actually for April 6th. But me and a couple friends actually saw it opening day at the 1 p.m. showing at a movie tavern, Marcus Cinemas. Because that was the only theater near me that was open. That was still showing Godzilla vs. Kong. That would show Godzilla vs. Kong because the Regal Cinemas at my local Destiny USA Mall, which is far more closer to me, still wouldn't open, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie in like IMAX, 40X, maybe even RPX, all the premium formats. Found out that ScreenX, or this local Regal Cinemas, doesn't have ScreenX, unfortunately. It is what it is. I saw the first time I saw it was the regular Dream Loungers format, and second time was still at the Marcus Cinemas. Also, got to watch it a third time too with my mother. Actually saw it yesterday for Mother's Day, and by the time it by the time we saw Regal Cinemas was already open. Although it was only showing 2D format of Godzilla vs Kong, it was still fine. You know, my mother wanted to see that movie ever since she found out about it, and she loves movies like this. So anyway, you know, this is what it, this is what that kind of movie is. It is so much fun. I guarantee you that if you're a fan of the past three MonsterVerse movies or the MonsterVerse in general, you're definitely not going to be disappointed with this one. Watch it on the biggest screen you possibly can. And I do, I am gonna say some things that I didn't really like about it. Again, I'm not gonna get into any spoilers. The soundtrack, first off, compared to Bear McCreary's awesome soundtrack from Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019, I did not like the soundtrack as much. I like Godzilla's theme, and I liked a few other scores in the movie, but Godzilla's theme really stuck out to me. It's like a rendition of the Akira Ifukube track. Um, it's only like a few notes and sort of altered, I guess. So kind of made it his own. Um, yeah. I may prefer Godzilla 2014 soundtrack over this one as well. That's a Kong Skull Island soundtrack. I only remember like a couple songs, like that one Ozzy Osbourne song that I unfortunately don't remember the name of. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing, I suppose. Um, what else did I not like? Human characters. Just don't expect too much from the humans, I guess. But there's one particular pers- person that definitely stands out in the human cast. Well, actually, a few. You know, I didn't really mind all of them. I mean, I've watched other people's reviews, and they definitely didn't really care for the human characters. Either found them as filler or just downright disappointing. But a couple of them, or a few of them, especially this one in particular, which I think you'll know who I'm talking about when you watch the actual movie, preferably on the biggest screen possible. I think you'll know that they definitely stood out as like the MVP of the human characters. Now, I did think this movie was too short. It the pacing was well. Not gonna lie, the pacing was good, but you could definitely tell that there was like a lot left out, and it did feel kind of rushed. Especially when you find out afterwards that Adam Wingard actually revealed that there was enough footage to make a 5 hour cut of a movie. Like, holy moly. Also, I forgot to mention that yesterday was my last full viewing of Godzilla vs. Kong with my mother for Mother's Day. Yeah, happy belated Mother's Day, by the way. Yeah, she obviously loved the movie. She's been asking about it for like weeks now, wanting to see it, and I didn't tell her that we were gonna see it until just like literally a minute before we saw it. But anyway, this review is already going by 10 minutes. I gotta get up early, so I'm not gonna get enough sleep. Damn it. But hey, it'll be worth it. It's Godzilla, it's Kong. It's two of my favorite characters of all time. Me basically growing up with Godzilla, admiring Godzilla as like ever since I was a little kid, Godzilla 2000 being like my first Godzilla movie, either that or Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. I know Godzilla vs. Megalon, what on the VHS that I currently have, was the second or third movie. I know that definitely wasn't the first movie, but yeah, and King Kong 2005, possibly being the first film I've ever watched in theaters, and that version of the film and the 1933 original are two of my favorite films of all time. And Godzilla, the Godzilla films, I just downright love with a passion. And I've been exposed to Godzilla way more than I've been exposed to Kong, which is why I was rich. I was Team Godzilla. Yeah, in case you didn't know. Um, and I'm not saying that because of the movie's outcome on who won. Because if you look at my Twitter or like my Facebook, some of my public posts on my Facebook, you'll know that I've been Team Godzilla ever since the beginning of this movie. Marketing. And I have to say that the marketing strategy they did was actually pretty genius. Now, anywho, this review is already getting too long. I just want to say I love the movie and the fight scenes, the cinematography, the freaking atmosphere in general. It is a beautiful movie. Beautiful. Badass. And the fights. If you were disappointed with Godzilla 2014's or Godzilla King of the Monsters or for some reason Kong Skull Island, which I didn't have a problem with Kong Skull Island's fight scenes. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else did, but I can understand if you had a problem with G 2014's and GKOTM's. But if you did have a problem with them, I guarantee you they are fixed in Godzilla vs. Kong. And it is so satisfying. So beautiful. Like I said, so badass, and it's just. There are so many screenshots from this movie that you can use as like a wallpaper or something. So, that's my non-spoiler review of Godzilla vs. Kong. Watch it on the biggest screen you possibly can while it's still available. And it's not on HBO Max anymore. It's... I went to the theaters. I played it safe. My loved ones played it safe. We're fine. We wore masks. We social distanced. We played it safe. You can too. And, get vaccinated even if you have to. It's safe. It's free. And you get a lot more freedom when you do. I got my first shot on the 9th at around like 2:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm getting my second one on the 29th at around the same time. So, thank you very much for watching my long-awaited review of Godzilla vs. Kong 2021, the most anticipated movie of my life. And I swear I could have died happy watching this. I just feel so satisfied and fulfilled. But I want to be able to share that experience with you. Just, if you have any expectations for this movie, just lower them and just trust the trailer, or trailers if you watched more of them. Godzilla vs. Kong sets out exactly what it needed to do, and then some. So anyway, that's my non-spoiler review of Godzilla vs. Kong. I may or may not do a spoiler review afterwards. Again, if I do, I'll probably do it with someone else. And I might review Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters, just because I don't see why not when I did Godzilla 2014 and Godzilla vs. Kong. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and hashtag continue the Monsterverse.